I like this one because we can do it algebraically, and we will. I'll show you how to do it algebraically. But it's actually an interesting problem because we have a lot of the information that we already need. So let's take a look at this. Z is the midpoint of RT, which means if we are going to put our segment marks, we could say that is congruent to that. Okay? Well, if that's congruent to that, and Z to T, which we see, is 150, then guess what R to Z is? That's also 150. So that means that any answer that doesn't have RZ equaling 150, it can't be right. It's not that one, not that one. Okay? And if this is 150, if this is 150, then that's 150, so it should be 300 for R to T. So both the remaining answers have that. Now we need to know what is the value of X. And so we're going to do it algebraically just so you can see it. There's ways that we could figure out what X is just by doing some kind of mathematical, let me see, sorry, I just want to look at this. Okay. Just doing some mathematical, mental calculations, but we'll do this just algebraically. If those two segments are equal, then we can say that 8x minus 10 is equal to 150 because the left side is equal to the right side if z is the midpoint. We get 8x is equal to 160. 8x divided by 8 equals 160 divided by 8. X equals 20. They wanted us to tell us what x was equal to. So x is 20. That was either going to be C or D because A and B don't have x equals 20. And again, of the remaining answers, since R to Z is equal to ZT, RZ is congruent to, the measure of RZ is congruent to or equal to the measure of ZT, then if this is 150, then this must be 150 as well. And so we are at C. You could also just plug it in. You could say, okay, well, I know that x is 20, so let's do 8x minus 10 and calculate what that is since they gave it to us like that. 8 parentheses 20 minus 10. 8 times 20, 160, minus 10, 150. So RZ equals 150. That confirms what we know about C.